The premise of sacrificing and the premise of delaying a reward of today for the sake of tomorrow in order to deserve it is something very common in men. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but almost everybody is getting self-improvement wrong. If you were asked specifically what self-improvement really is, or what it does for you in your life, or what actions it demands out of you, it would be that you do certain work so that later on you may thrive on it. Now, of course, there is the self-care aspect of things where it's more like take care of yourself, but if we're strictly talking more about what men do in self-improvement, it will be more on this side of delaying what is fun today and all of the dopamine and all of these things that you don't cash in right away for the sake of getting something greater the day of tomorrow, elevating your value and stuff. It's not so bad as a premise. This is why almost everybody believes it to be a good path to go forward. But there is a few things that are missing. Firstly, you need to think about what it is that you are delaying. You are delaying what exactly, right? You can fill in the blank yourself. It could be a good relationship, right? Marriage. It could be having fun with friends again. If it's on a more vain aspect of things, it could be improving your looks. So to begin, you need to ask yourself, you're delaying what exactly? You're delaying for later what? A good relationship and a marriage, a certain financial freedom, right? I don't know, a good friendships and going out and having the ability to provide for your parents maybe or something like that. Look at the essence of all of these things, right? They all come, actually no, I'm not gonna give the answer just yet. Apart from asking yourself what you are delaying, also ask yourself, what is it that you are prohibiting from yourself right now in order to achieve this goal? I'm going to throw in some casual examples and then some more extreme ones that people do, that I have done. So it could be something like you're prohibiting yourself from going out, from having a certain bad treat like a chocolate bar or a line of cocaine, right? It could be things like practicing abstinence from, even though you're not a religious guy or anything like that, just not really doing relationships and of the sort right now. You could be prohibiting entertainment from yourself, meaning video games, meaning, well, going out is one thing, but like video games, I don't know, YouTube, right, videos and things of the like. Or it could go even deeper. You may, let's say you are testosterone maxing, for example, or whatever, or a pure maxing, masculinity maxing. You want to get a beard, so to get a beard you're not shaving at all so that it grows. You know, like clean shaving, and right now you look terrible, but it's whatever, it's a work in progress, right? You may also not use any deodorant or cologne because the natural odor is more masculine, is more attractive. You may like be squinting your eyes right now and being like, what am I talking about? Yeah, people do this. But do not worry, this is not why I say that self-improvement is mostly wrong, because this would be too obvious. There's a better reason for that. But as a participant of self-improvement, you are doing two things. You are delaying a certain reward, right? A certain something. And you are prohibiting another certain things in your current life. We fail to see through the lines, through the emotions and feelings to the very core. Well, what do I mean by this exactly? Let's say that again. The most common one, financial freedom. If you are delaying for this, you need to look at what financial freedom would give you. Financial freedom gives you, I don't know, obviously you don't have to think about money anymore, you can focus on what you really want to do with your life. Cool. Or things like getting into a relationship. You are improving yourself in order to be a better man or woman when you get with that man or woman in that relationship later on. Many things of the sort, right? But mostly it is for stability and relationships that people get on self-improvement. And there's also making a change, but you'll see. That's gonna be the best one for all of this, actually. So these are the things that we are kind of focused on, right? These are the things that we are delaying, and right now we are prohibiting things that will distract us, right? And thus we are not like going out and we're not blah blah blah. We're really focused on making sure that we are in a good mental place, and we're fighting really hard for this. And of course, alongside the mental place, in a good physical place and a physical state as well. So we make sacrifices and we make prohibitions in order to attain certain goals. After all, we need good time management and good work ethic, which is achieved through good management of also your mental state, which is, you know, diet, which is lifestyle, which is environment, thus, you know, social media or going out with friends and bad ideas and the media. So a lot of things need to be cut off, right? So let's start with this one. You're cutting other people off for the sake of the grind. So you spend some years on self-improvement, some years of your life. And what is the meaning of all of this? Why are you here in the first place? Why are you alive? Why am I alive? What is the meaning of life? You're trying to make a change. You're trying to just be happy in life. And thus you're working really hard to attain this. And thus you're delaying what you could have right now. And thus you are prohibiting the very same thing that you are looking for. This does not make any sense. And said this way, you're gonna be like, of course. And you know, maybe fully sold by my words right now. But follow along. Eventually, you are going to die. You're going to die and everything will go to dust. You will soon see that everybody that was once known and remembered will no longer be remembered. And you'll be one of them. No, I mean, in the first place, if you're dead, you don't care about people remembering you. You're dead. That's it. Whether you believe in divine providence, thus death is not really a bad thing and there's something beyond it, or you just believe in atoms, once you are done in the physical world, you are done in the physical world. Thus, why would you care about what anybody thinks? So this is already a bad way of thinking about it. A lot of people, though, on self-improvement have a great heart, a great will. And this is why I love this space. So you don't actually care that much about being remembered. You care more about the impact that you could make on other people's lives. So let me give you a perspective, because a lot of people chase self-improvement in a shrouded kind of mindset, in a shrouded kind of lifestyle. Because not everybody wants to become some sort of next, I don't know, self-improvement guru, right? And please don't, that'll be... no, that would defeat the purpose of what self-improvement means. But the point of the fact is, you might have had a bad childhood or something, and you want to break the cycle, for example. Or you might have been bullied and you want to give a better message or raise better children, whatever, right? You want to lead a good and healthy life and have a good and healthy family. Most people will be content and are seeking this in self-improvement. They don't care about vanity, about cars or mansion. No. We care about happiness and doing things right. You want to make a change, right? You want to make a difference. You're trying to make yourself a person that's important enough to make this difference. Now, think about it clearly, because of course, evidently, as you can see, there are millions of followers, but only a few people are relevant and only a few people are listened to. So the likeliness is that you won't be one of them. And this is not to discourage you or anything. This is actually to encourage you to chase real self-improvement. You're familiar, most definitely, with the saying, it is better, I fear more, 1,000 kicks practiced. Wait, what the fuck was it? 1 kick practiced 1,000 times than 1,000 kicks practiced 1 time. I really like to deconstruct analogies or sayings of the sort and then apply in like an inverse manner to something else. For this one right here, I use this in the sense of it is much more impactful to be present in the lives of a few people in a much more present way than in the lives of you're trying to reach and influence loads of other people, but it's in a very shallow way. You have no connection. The whole concept of tribes is very strongly integrated in self-improvement. Having a massive group is going to lack the actual connection. Having smaller groups and then powerful groups is much better. If you live a life where you want some sort of leverage or you want some sort of influence because you want to make a change, remember that what you want to do is make a change. So make a strong change in other people. I give somebody love, this person gives the next person love, and so on and so forth. If I give shallow love to everybody, they're gonna forget about it because they didn't really feel it in the first place. It wasn't authentic, it wasn't this, it wasn't that. But if I am speaking to you and you're in front of me right now, and I tell you words from my heart, they will prevail, they will stick, and then you will give that to the next person. If you want to make a change, focus on making a real change. Don't focus on trying to reach as many people, because then greed and of the like will take over you. Now this is a far less illustrious type of group, and it doesn't matter if you belong to it. Honestly, you can chase whatever you want in your life. But there are people in self-improvement that what they seek is for them to be happy, for them to feel pleasure and feel fulfilled. Okay, great. I would encourage you if you did it properly. But once again, we are prohibiting a lot of things for ourselves and delaying a lot of things that we could have now to achieve the things that we want to achieve. If you want to feel pleasure, if you want to feel contact with others, if you want to feel good, then do it, but do it now. Why are you waiting for later? To improve yourself, to improve how you look? You know, you'll only feel more insecure if this is something that you depend on. Practice now, go out now, love the people now. As you improve yourself, you continue to do it. You will get better and better and better, and people will see your improvement. But you won't just wait until later. You would have wasted years of your life. You could have spent building alongside your self-improvement. This knowledge of what the group of the thing that you enjoy, and this knowledge of how it feels, you would have been able to pleasure it for longer. And maybe, and perhaps, and probably, realize that you want something deeper than that, and probably gone to one of the first two groups I've mentioned. Ask yourself whether your self-improvement habits are making your life better or not. Ditching your friends, being solo, wolf, sigma, whatever, doing all sorts of things, diets and prohibiting and like seclusions, maybe they make it easier for you to get better because you are less distracted. But what else do they bring? Don't only think about the good things it gives you, think about the bad things it gives you too, because otherwise you're going to have favoritism and you will be selling to yourself a dream and brainwashing yourself. So be careful. Think about everything with a cold heart. What are the good things it gives me? What are the bad things that it gives me? You will realize that yes, on the one side, you can achieve better focus, better concentration. In theory, you are more healthier and stuff, but you're forgetting that we are social creatures. Seclusion, isolation will take away all of your motivation and all of your goodwill and heart and humanity away from you. So all of these other self-improvement habits that you are working on yourself, it's like, so you have 2 meters here. You have 2 meters, right? Imagine my other hand is up. 1 meter is for like the lifestyle that you had before, and the other one is for the self-improvement. As you lower the lifestyle that you had before in order to achieve self-improvement, part of your mood goes down because now you feel lonely and shit and whatever. And then now you switch. This part as well, it starts like down here, right? Your dopamine messed up, like you're addicted to pornography and all these things. But you start to improve yourself, and boom, it goes up. But what? You still feel the same as when you started. Like realistically, you feel the same because one thing is replacing the other. You're not really solving the matter as a whole. You should instead focus on improving both aspects at once. You should instead exterminate the things that were bad, the things that were actually bad. Pornography, drug addiction, the occasional chocolate bar is fine. Going out with friends, but not too much, but still going out and talking to them, being involved in your community, and then things of the sort. Ensuring that you do all of this as you work on yourself. I made a mistake and I've lost great friends. I talk to them sometimes, right? Like we message each other, but I realized that I fucked up and I lost some friends because the way that we speak is not like before, where I could see the amount of love that they had for me, right? I still got amazing friends who I hold very dear to my heart now, and that now I really cherish more than ever. But I've also realized that I fucked up, I made my mistakes, and I disappeared for a bit, to lock in. This is such a mistake. I don't want you to make it as well. In the first place, you will probably miss, if you're somebody on self-improvement, like properly, you'll probably miss parts of your old lifestyle. And if you think about carefully, because again, we never think about things beyond plain sight, or face value, sorry. If you think about what you really missed, it was the good feelings that you had. It was the laughter, it was the joy and shit, so don't let go of it. And finally, here comes some kind of motivational part. Are you ready for it? So as in self-improvement, we are trying to achieve this ideal, this kind of like superior image or model, right? So what would the superior man do? Would he cower away from the world and the troubles or the temptations that it might give to it? Meaning, stop talking to girls and stop like going out with friends and like stay away from social media and then doing this and that, and then just try to like improve by himself in a quiet seclusion, like a hermit, away from the world? Would he like be scared to take chances or to go a little too far and then maybe indulging because he exposed himself to something that was dangerous for him? The superior man would shackle, would take on life and its temptations like that with a fist full of force. It would say to it, "You are not in control of me. The ocean does not give me waves that kind of like wash me away to the shore and hit me. No, it gives me waves for me to ride and to pierce through if I desire. I am the captain and I trouble these seas. This is now my turf." He would say, "There is nobody in power but me of my decisions. And every now and then the superior man may make mistakes and he may like stumble in his path. He had a chocolate bar, whatever. Oh no, he indulged. Maybe he slept with somebody and he knew that it was bad and whatever, and it was a big mistake. But he does not grieve and stand in this pitiful state of, oh, what will I do now? No, he gets back up and he starts to fight. This is what makes him admirable. He never gives up. He brings the people with him. He does not cower away from anybody. He's not fear of changing who he is, for nothing can ever make a change to the one that he was, that you are. Nothing could ever change you. Nothing could ever enter your inner mind without your permission. Do not be scared. Do not be afraid of these little things. I go out, I have fun. I don't go out to clubs and stuff because I have zero interest. But I call my friends up, yo, do you want to go out, whatever? Go to a restaurant, go to play some sport. They don't make these plans. Fuck it, I make the plans. That's okay. Oh, I'm always making in the effort. The superior man does not think about that. The superior man just thinks about giving and giving and giving. Because he is full in himself already. Try to be like that and strive to be 1% better every day. Much love.